Alright, ladies and gents, as you can see, the Nutty Titan is here. Squirrel Girl's newest uniform. This thing is actually really fun. The animations are really nice. It's unfortunate that this is a seasonal paywall uniform, so you gotta spend $15 if you want to get this thing. And it's only gonna be here for the next 15 days. So after this, it's gonna be gone for a year. However, if you're a fan of Squirrel Girl, I'm gotta say, man, they actually showed the girl a lot of love. It's a really strange looking uniform. She looks pretty demonic. She's now a super villain. They gave her a support buff that only applies to Thanos. I think that's one of the major downsides to this uniform. They should have made it so that this applies to her and Thanos, because it's a really niche support, and I think Squirrel Girl could use a little bit more damage. Granted, the build that I have for her is pretty much the bare bones right now, so I'm still just playing around with her. Maybe I'll surprise myself later as I invest more in her, but just take a look at these animations, man. Seriously, I think this is one of the most well done seasonal uniforms. So first and foremost, the first skill. Usually the first skill on most uniforms is a throwaway, and even on this one it's kind of a throwaway because it doesn't do that much damage. But to see the squirrels pop out and throw infinity stones at the enemies and then run off in a freaking portal off screen is really cool. Look at this, guys. You see those portals at the end of the map there? Like, what the heck? That is so freaking cool. Okay, man. Next up is the fourth skill. Does that remind you of anyone? That's Thanos right there, baby. Infinity War, right? That's really cool. Next up is our fifth skill. Now this is straight up copy paste from the King Obsidian uniform for Thanos. You'll notice it's a combination of Thanos's, I believe, third skill and fifth skill, because on Thanos's fifth skill for the King Obsidian, he doesn't summon Knull Obsidian. He only summons Proxima Midnight, who's the one that jumps in the air and throws the spear down, and then also Corvus Glaive. But if you look closely, there's actually 3 squirrels on the fifth skill. The one at the top there, that's Proxima Midnight. The one over on the left hand side here, that's Corvus Glaive. And there's another one that spawns right about here on the right hand side. That one is Knull Obsidian spinning, right? Really cool. The only people that's missing from Squirrel Girl, well, Squirrel Girl's 1 through 5 is missing Super Giant, but on the 6th skill, Super Giant actually comes in. It's kind of tough for you to see, but one of the squirrels is doing Super Giant's 3rd skill, which is really cool. So Ebony Maw got left out of both Thanos and Squirrel Girl's April Fool's uniform, but regardless, I think they did a great job making her feel cosmic, making her feel like Squirrel Girl with all the squirrels and the nuts and everything, and also making her feel very much so like Thanos. It's a job well done overall in terms of the aesthetics. Now moving on to something more practical, this is the uniform bonus for Squirrel Girl. We have Lady Deadpool, which is super old. Then we have Black Widow. This is really bad, very outdated uniform. We have Thor, which is really good because Thor is super relevant and will be relevant long term. Then we have Carnage, and lastly we have Icarus. So 2 great options here, one that's mediocre and then 2 that's just very old. All right, so we're gonna kick things off against Knull on stage 39. Let's see how the girl does. Now I am using her with a baby rage because that's what I got. I was trying to roll a 200% proc with her, but instead I got a baby rage, so I decided to just go with it. The difference in damage between a baby rage and a proc is not that much, from what I've tested anyways. And this just gives me the freedom to do whatever the heck I want with her. And she is proc friendly, so it's not like you have to get the baby rage. You just, whatever you get with her, use it. So when it comes to her tier 3, you don't want to proc on it. You actually want to always proc on her 3rd skill. And then you want to, instead of instantly canceling her tier 3, you want to delay cancel it the same way how you would with Thanos. So keep that in mind. I'm saving the tier 3. Could have been faster there. Am I the only one who gets like Wolverine vibe from her third skill? Let's go. Boom, boom. Okay. Uh-oh. Nice try. Oof. Nice try. And okay. Could be faster, but it could be slower as well. Alright, let's go 5, 4. Guard broke in there. But as long as we put everything on the third skill, we Gucci. Oh, that's nice. Yep, keeping them right in the center. And nice. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. So she's definitely no Green Goblin, I'll tell you that. Which is a big disappointment when you consider the fact that Green Goblin is completely 100% free to play friendly. He's a leadership for all villains and a support. And Squirrel Girl is... Oof, hold up. Hello? Okay, so she's stood in that she stood in that for far too long. But anyways, Squirrel Girl is not as good of a DPS as Green Goblin. To be honest, I shouldn't have sacrificed all those guys there, but it doesn't really matter. So she's not as good as a DPS as Green Goblin. And obviously she's not as good as a support because she only supports Thanos. So anybody who ever says this game is pay to win, just look at that, okay? You have a character that's like Green Goblin that they could have easily made significantly weaker so that Squirrel Girl, who was coming right after, would look like a god by comparison, right? But by every metric, Green Goblin is better, and he's 100% free. So when you think about that, yeah, Green Goblin would have been done this in like I don't know, like 2 minutes max. So it took her almost 4 minutes to do it. Now, granted, the build for her is not complete. Just so you guys are aware. Like, when I was using my Green Goblin, he was fully stacked. For her, she has the bare minimum right now. Like, the bare minimum. No artifact, no nothing, okay? So this is just like a legit first impression. And I'm just going off, like, memory of, like, how Green Goblin was just absolutely tearing through shit based on the fact that he has such a great passive and a great leadership. All right, let me see how this goes, boys. Stage 19, Ultron. Ultron's pretty toxic because he moves around a whole lot. See if we can keep him in place and just work him over. Come on. Uh-oh. Alright. This guy's being toxic already. He dodged a lot of my attacks there. Oh, come on. Okay. One thing that I haven't spoken about so far that they did with this uniform for Squirrel Girl that I am very appreciative of is that there is no targetable summon. Okay? Like, thank you to Netmarble for that. Like, I like the fact that Squirrel Girl is still Squirrel Girl. She has the summons. They pop in, they do their thing, and then they get the heck out of here. I like that. I like that a lot. For characters that have summons, I think this is the way to go. Like, when they give Nightcrawler a rework eventually, please make him work similarly. Like, I don't want the boss to be targeting my summons because the amount of damage that they do when they linger is not worth getting pulled out of my iframes and messing up my rotation. So thank you to whoever decided that. Okay, Ultron, you are a real piece of work, you know that, sir? Yeah, now we have you. Now we have you. Look at that. Look at that damage, bro. When you can keep this clown Boom. You're not gonna optimize. So if you think that's happening, think, oh, come on, think again. Wow. This guy really, I don't know who he's over there targeting. I can't even blame that on a summon, bro. Like, this guy is literally fighting invisible people, bro. Look at this guy. Bro, he's mad annoying. Wow, okay. My passive active, I'm sorry, not my passive, my uniform bonus activated there. Finally, I was able to catch him in another rotation. Like, when you catch this clown, you do big stacks of damage. But it's like, that's part of the reason why I wanted to come over here. I wanted to see against a more annoying boss that moves around a lot. Because, like, it's easy to, well, it's not easy per se. But, like, against, oh, come on. Anyways, against Knull when he's sitting down, it's really difficult for you to miss your attacks, right? It's just realistically sticking to your rotation and just kind of going with the flow. But with Ultron, it's very unpredictable, and you in some cases might just lose a fight even though you have the DPS based on him just moving around a lot and just being really annoying. So it's nice to see that against these odds it's still like really good. However, not gonna lie, for a paywall uniform for 15 bucks, unless you really like Squirrel Girl, might be a skip, you know? Unless we get content in the future that only Thanos can do, and it's like PvE content, then yeah, you might regret it, because she offers 60% extra damage to Thanos. And if at some point, I don't know, a new GBR comes out and Thanos is like the god for it because it requires power cosmic, or I don't know, like pure evil, or just whatever, like in general. Ooh, she kind of feels a little sluggish there. Okay. But yeah, for now, I say Squirrel Girl is a skip, but you never know what can happen after the uniform has come and gone and they don't come back for a year. So do keep that in mind. Okay. I do like that she has that little laugh there when she enters the fight and then when she actually wins. So yeah, ladies and gents, I'm gonna end it here. Like I said, this was just like a baby rage that I rolled up. It wasn't even a fully rolled one. Like, I just got whatever I got. I was looking for a 180 proc with her. I got this. I'm like, all right, bet we'll just use that for now. I'll show you guys some more content with her. Maybe a CTP of energy would make her slap a lot harder. Maybe a mighty destruction. It's unfortunate that they didn't give her iframe ignore, because maybe she could be viable in AC with all of these lingering attacks.